Hi, and welcome. We're the Weasley sisters. This is episode 192. I'm Jessica, aka Naturally Nitty.
And I'm Alina, also known as Starnits. This is December 15th. This is our weekly podcast. If this is your first time watching, welcome. If you're a regular, thanks for coming back.
Yep. So grab your knitting, pull up a chair, and craft along with us. Any mojo?
Yes. I finished. I'm looking for my I don't have pictures, so it doesn't matter. I was making purple camp out mitts for someone who ordered them, and I finished them, and she picked them up already, and I forgot to take a picture. But I finished them.
That's awesome.
Crafting for no points but money.
I like that pattern a lot.
Yeah. And I have another pair that I need to make, but I told her I had Christmas stuff that I needed to do first, so she was like, that's all right.
I had some mojo too. Let me find the picture. I knit Truben his green hat and mittens out of the handspun I made for him a while back. I dyed it up. It was just some BFL, and it was like a green variegated. So they're
it's pretty.
Flip mittens with flip thumbs, and a hat. And I used like every single ounce of fiber. Like I was like doing the thumb flaps at the last, and I had like this much yarn left to finish up the hole. But those are the only two pictures I got. He wouldn't sit still. He was like bopping around and all excited because like I had finished them, and then it took me a few days before I wanted to weave in all the ends, because when you like put flaps and stuff on something, there's like 1,500 ends that you have to weave in, and I wasn't looking forward to that.
No.
So yeah. So when I finally finished it, he was super excited. Oh, I froze. Oh well. So that's all the mojo I actually have. Do you have any more?
No. That's funny. So, works in progress?
Yes. Our screens.
Are you serious? I just read that. Okay, go on.
What?
Go. Just go. I will talk when you tell me what you're making and tell the whole world.
Okay. Sorry. So Dawn messaged me, our sister, and she showed me a picture of that messy bun hat that's going around that's crocheted. It has like a giant hole in the head so you can have a ponytail or a bun sticking out of your hat. And she asked if I'd make her one, so I was like, sure. And she wanted it to match the scarf I had woven for her years ago. I had to look it up. I didn't have it in Ravelry. I didn't have a project page for it, which is crazy. But I did find it on Instagram like 3 years ago. I made it. I had spun up some yarn, and I did it on my loom, and then gave it to her, I think for Christmas maybe? I don't know. But it was 3 years ago. So I went looking, and I found a ball that was this big leftover of the yarn that I used. Like, it was just a tiny little bit. So then I pulled out all the different colors that would like go with it, and I took a picture of the yarn, and I'm like, here, choose from these. What do you want? So I'm gonna start that. And then she asked, her friend Jen had asked her if I could make one for her too, which they're gonna pay me, which is cool. But she's
so like, are you the only sister that knits?
No, but you're a very selfish knitter, and you proclaim that.
I know, but I think it's like rude not to ask me at the same time and let me say no or yes. Because I actually, around this time of year, I do, like, I knit those fingerless mitts for people.
I know. I just think it's funny.
That is so. No, I was saying, are you kidding me? Because everyone wants that hat.
They do,
and those hats have been around for years.
I haven't seen them.
Made fun of them for how long?
But so I started one. I'm totally sort of following a pattern, but not really.
I found a ton of free patterns. You don't have to buy a pattern.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not buying it. So basically, I cast on. chained, sorry, not 8 stitches with an extra chain, and you go back and forth, and you do it through the back loop, so it makes that like rib pattern for this week.
Yeah.
And that's as far as I got. I have to finish Leah's mittens first, which is another thing I'm working on right now. Out of some hand spun. I'm almost ready to close. Cholula, don't go up there. You're gonna knock my computer over. The tops of the mittens, and then I just have the thumbs. She didn't really say that she wanted flaps. She said flaps would be cool, and then I said, do you want flap mittens? And she's like, nah. So I'm not making her flap mittens because I don't want to do it.
Okay.
And I'm like, if you want to use your fingers, just take your fingers out of the mittens.
Okay. So
that's what I'm working on. Oh, and because I'm making these for Leah, Chloe's like, I need new mittens. And I'm like, of course you do. So I have to make her mittens next. And then this morning,
does Gabe not want any?
No, he wears his hat that I just made him, but him being in middle school, they don't play outside as much. He has like thicker gloves for when they play outside in the snow, but like during school times, they don't go outside for recess or anything at that age.
That's true.
No, Chloe's like, can you make me a headband but have it thicker so it covers my ears? I'm like, sure. So
yeah,
basically she wants a hat like Dawn's too.
That's funny. Yeah. Anyways, so the reason I said, oh my goodness, is because everyone wants that hat, not because
they
Dawn always asks you. But
why I forget what I named it on Ravelry.
But even crocheting, I'm really fast at crocheting. So if Dawn had asked me, I would have made it for her.
Well,
anyways, it's okay. I'm not too. I just think it's funny that she always asks you. What else was I going to say? Oh, so Madison has been not totally to do with works in progress, but kind of. Madison has been making like hats and stuff because she wants to sell them. And I guess like 3 or 4 kids at the school have asked her for that messy bun hat. And she wants a knit pattern. And I'm like, just crochet it. And she's like, I'm not that good at crochet. I'm like, okay, fine. So I'll find you a knit pattern.
She can just modify what she's doing, kind of. I mean, you just knit rib, and then you start, knit your hat, and then start decreasing. And before, when you have, like...
Well, the one pattern...
left, just cast it off.
The one pattern that is crocheted has, like, a star stitch. The one that was going around, it's like a star stitch. It's not your traditional half double crochet. But... anyways, I am currently working on... oh, I forgot to bring it in here, and I meant to. I am doing Advent Blanket Madness, where I'm knitting a square a day, which I'm kind of behind. But I have 1 through 10 done, so I'm only 5 days behind. But I am behind because I figure... when I finish this work in progress, I can work on it. I'm working on a Weasley sweater for Bella because she wants it, and we're doing 3 gifts this year, so this is her something she can wear. And can I just say that I love charmed knits and the idea of it, but that pattern is not the best.
No, I made 4
at all. It's not written well, and it's just wrong. So I pulled out my...
and they're short and boxy, too.
Right. So I pulled out this, Knitting Without Tears, Elizabeth Zimmerman. When in doubt, go to easy. So, and I'm doing the seamless sweater. Except for mine's not going to be totally seamless because what I did was I cast on... for the, like I told you this last time, the medium size, and, sorry, my yarn's caught around my button. Okay. So see, I'm using my Slytherin bag. I cast on for what the pattern calls for. And so then I'm like thinking about it, and I was like, well, I don't want to cast off for the sleeve. If I'm knitting it from the bottom up, why don't I just do Easy's what's it called?
The raglan?
Add the sleeves in. Yeah, the raglan. So I am doing the Elizabeth Zimmerman thing where you start your sleeves as well.
Sweet.
And so I have done that. And she says to mark the middle 3. I just marked the middle 1 stitch and increase because it's going to be on the underarm, so it doesn't matter. So I'm doing that, and I have these for my carry-around project right now because they fit in the box bag somewhat. And for this part, I tried going in the round and doing color work, but it just doesn't work if you don't have color on the back. So I ripped it out because I only did like 3 rows and it was looking really holy. And what I'm doing is I'm going to go back and forth until I get to the top of the eye, and then I'm going to knit the back part back and forth until I get to the top, and then join it with the sleeves and do the rest that way. So then I'll just have to do like seams right here, which shouldn't be hard with a mattress stitch. Yeah. So that's what I'm planning on doing.
I think that's what I did too. I knit it flat between that.
Yeah, because I would do it all the way around, but it was looking really bad. And so that's why I'm doing it this way. And it's looking way better. And I just got started on the eye yesterday. Cool. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be done in time for Christmas. But I'm hoping to. I've been working on it really hard. And Bella is still, like, kind of clueless about it. Like, she's seen me knitting on it. Though I have kind of hid that I'm doing eye on there so she doesn't get it. Okay. But, and, you know, like I told her, we're doing 3 presents. Something you can read, something you want, and something you can wear. And she's like, and she has 3 presents under her. We have more than 3 presents because I got them in stages and I've wrapped them and put them under the tree. Mm-hmm. And she's like, there's 3 presents under there, so all of our presents are under there. And she's like, is the wear going to be pajama pants like last year? And I was like, no, I'm making it. And then she's all like worried because she wants whatever. Anyways, she's been like a super moody tween lately, and I'm just like...
Over it?
Yeah, I've been over it for like 2 years now because she started when she was like 10. But anyways, so she like, and I'm like, I'm working on it, and she's like not getting it. Like, seriously, I'm like,
that's funny.
I'm working on it. So anyways, but I think we might stop and at like 5 Below, because for Madison, I have yarn for her to do a sweater, like a crocheted sweater. But I haven't even started it yet, so it's definitely not getting done in a week. So I had ordered her a Totoro sweatshirt off of Amazon, because I did everyone's presents on Amazon. And so I think we might need to stop at like 5 Below and get Bella a t-shirt or something, just because then her and Madison have the same type of presents. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Not...
That's totally funny you say Amazon. I have been too. We got Prime a little while ago.
We did too, for free.
Last week I was like, we should probably do the whole Christmas shopping type of thing.
Last week? Are you serious? I'm like waiting on stuff.
We did. So I pulled it up and I spent like an hour or 2 going through with people's lists and like ordering, click, 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 and like sent it through. So now like every day we have like 1 to 5 boxes coming in. It's great.
Yeah. So I'm waiting on 2 things still.
It's so awesome.
So even though they shipped free with Prime, they must have been coming from somewhere.
Well, sometimes they're back ordered. Like I have most of my things were coming this week, and then I had a few things that weren't ready to ship until the 19th. But they said they'd get here before Christmas. I'm not worried. I don't really care. I mean, I care, but whatever. We're totally not on whatever we're supposed to be talking about.
So we're talking about whips. So I'm working on this. I'm hoping to be done. And I'm using the somewhat Weasley sweater pattern plus Elizabeth's percentage. And I've been keeping notes in my Ravelry pages for it, just because it might help me in the future if I decide to knit another one. But I think Bella will really like this.
Sweet.
And yeah, that's all that I'm working on. And the sock blanket. So after I finish this, then I'm going to hardcore work on the sock blanket. But like I said, I've already added 10 squares, which is encouraging.
Awesome. Yeah. That's very cool.
Well, 5, 6 plus one big square, which I'm counting as 4.
That works.
Because it's the same amount of yarn. So, anyways, okay, spinning. You spin me right round?
I haven't worked on anything. I mean, I have my mini turtle made going, but I haven't worked on it, so.
I am working on my red merino wool for Bella because she wanted yarn to knit a sweater. So if I can finish that before Christmas, I might give her that. And then I just got this in the mail today, so I'm excited.
I forgot to renew mine, and I'm out.
You should go and do that. It's only $24.
I know. I don't know. Like, I like it a lot, and I read it, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's like the one magazine that I, like, look through and read and, like, refer back to. So, yeah, but I got my ply, and I'm excited. This one is a ply issue. So it's all about plying, which I think will be nice.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of articles, like, look at this. It shows you all the different plying. Like a single, double, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, and it just, like, helps and stuff like that.
I really like the magazine. I just haven't upped my order, which is fine.
Anyways, so that's all I have for spinning.
Cool.
Sewing.
I've actually been sewing.
Wow. So have I.
I went to the store the other day and thought, hey, I need to get my stuff for making the Christmas pajamas that I always make. Because for a while I was like, I don't know if I want to, but I was like, it's tradition. I need to just get off my butt and do it. So I did. So I have them cut out. I cut them out yesterday. This is for the girls.
Oh, I like that.
They didn't have much, like, Christmas themed. They had, like, not flannel. They had, like, regular. Even though, like, half of this stuff says it's not intended for sleepwear. But I'm using it anyways. Is that bad of me?
No, they have to say that
fire,
because someone's going to sue them if there's a fire.
But then it doesn't say that on, like, regular cotton.
Yeah, I think it does.
Or not all of them. I don't know. I was looking at some.
A lot of them are, like, non-intended for children's sleepwear. Yeah.
But adult sleepwear is fine?
Yeah.
Like,
it's just... No, I mean, I think it's just because we're in such a sue-happy society that...
I suppose. Okay, and so then... This is a boys. It's not quite plaid, but it's, like, Minecraft-y.
It looks like Minecraft.
I'm pretty sure that's what it's meant to be.
That's awesome.
But I took it up there, and it's the last of a bolt. And they didn't have as much as I wanted, so I was like, just give me what you have, and I'll figure it out. But
they give you some of it for half off?
Yeah.
Okay.
On top of, I went in there, and all the flannel was 60% off.
Yeah.
So, like, I picked the best day to go. It was, like, a one-day sale for flannel. I was like, score.
It's been on sale for, like, a week.
Whatever. When I went in, it was on sale. It made me feel good. So, anyways, so I figured, so it's 42 inches, like, wide.
Right.
So I was able to, instead of, like, folding it the other way, and since it's not, like, a picture pattern, it's just, like, little squares, I was able to cut it out, like, the opposite way and get it out. And then I'm going to put cuffs on the bottom of Gabe's, because I think it needs to be a little longer, of, like, a different material. And then I got some for us, too, because I like new J's. I still have to, this one's for us.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cute.
So you went with, like, normal. I went with licensed. I got Star Wars ones for Andy, and I got Dr. Who for me. Usually
I do, like, Christmas themed, like...
Yeah, I thought about that, and then I was like,
So this year I went with the whole plaid-ish type thing.
But I'm, like, making it a surprise this year. So, like, I already sewed Andy's. Like, I brought down a pair of pants for his, and I have the girls' pants over here. Like, I'm trying to do it when they're not home.
Yeah. Me too.
And then for Madison, I got penguins, and then, or Mariska dolls. I forget. I got something cute.
Matryoshka.
And then for Bella, I got, like, dogs. But I'm just doing pants. I'm not doing a shirt or anything.
It's okay.
Because that would have required more thought.
I will do shirts. I'm not sure what I'm going to applique on them this time. I've done their, like, initials, and I did, like, just different designs last year, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do now.
So, I have also been sewing, like, special orders and club orders, because I have a few people who have clubs. Mm-hmm. So I've been trying to get their December out. If I ship it by the 19th, according to the Postal Service's website, or actually the 21st or the 20th, one of those 2 days. But I said the 19th. That way it gives me an extra day or two. They should get it by Christmas. So I'm trying to do that. And I've been, like, sewing, but it's all secret. I can't show it to you. But I have a new style of bag that I came out with, because I have a ton of fabric scraps, and you can't throw them away if they're too wide. Like, if it's, like, really small, throw it away. But a lot of the scraps I have are, like, big. So I started this new fabric. Basically, it's, like, going to be in my pocket line, but it's padded and quilted, and using all the fabric that I have. So this is in my purple line. I don't know. It's really bright. So this is, I pulled out all the fabric scraps that I had of purple, and I'm making 2 bags. Like, I'm making some to put in my shop, which it won't be till after Christmas. So if you have Christmas money, you can spend it in my shop. I just didn't have enough time to do it before. But yeah, so this is what I'm working. So it's like I'm quilting it, you know, and then it's like it'll be a padded bag with a pocket inside, and then it's really a nice size. It's a smaller size. It's not as big, but because it is quilted, it's going to cost a little bit more because it does take a lot of time to do.
Right.
But I'm using up all my fabric.
That's awesome.
Scraps to go together. Like, this is my purple one. I have another one. This is the darker purple, and I have another one that's like a brighter purple. Mm-hmm. It's over there. So, and I have, like, I pulled out, like, I have some, like, Dr. Seuss stuff pulled out, and, like, some Doctor Who stuff, and then some Sugar Skull ones, and then some Harry Potter ones. So it's gonna be fun. And I found this fabric.
Oh, there we go.
But this was before they had the licensed Harry Potter.
Very cool.
So I would mix the potions with, like, the color of the house and stuff, you know. And, you know, now, even though they have licensed stuff, you can only find, like, Gryffindor. Mm-hmm. You can't find Slytherin, and you can't find Ravenclaw, and you can't find Hufflepuff, which I was hoping with Fantastic Beasts they would have some Hufflepuff stuff.
Yeah.
But no. And, like, you can kind of find, like, snakes, and you can kind of find eagles if you look, but you can almost never find badgers. So and you can find lions every once in a while. So I have some of those, but badgers, like, that's the Hufflepuff. Like, I can't find any Hufflepuff stuff. And I can go to Spoonflower, but having Spoonflower fabric on it would, like, up the price even more. And, you know, I try to keep stuff reasonably priced.
Right.
But yeah, so I was excited to find this. So I'm going to use it in the next Harry Potter bag that I make.
Very cool.
Well, when I make the next bag, which will be Harry Potter. So, but yeah, like, so I've been working on that, and it's like, I got this idea in my head, and I, like, couldn't do anything else. Like, I had to do it. Like, I spent, like, a whole day doing it, and then I, like, just couldn't get it out of my brain. And then just the other day, I still couldn't get out of my brain. Like, you know, like, you get, like, those crafting urges, and you just have to do it. So it was like that. And then the other night I did that with this, and I was like, oh, I have to do this purple one. And so I, like, did that, and it was just, I'm like,
so what are you going to call those ones?
Just a quilted pocket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm original with my names.
It's all right, I was just curious.
But, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm just like enjoying the creativityness of it. Like it's like, you know, anytime you have someone who works from home and is in sales, you have like a bunch of sales up to Christmas, and then it kind of like slows down. And even more so with like a crafty business, like it's harder because everyone goes to like Amazon. Like I'm guilty of it myself. Or wherever to get stuff. Like, you know, so like this year for some of the Christmas gifts, I made a conscious effort to go to like other direct sales, like for Bella's book. I book present I got from a Usborne or Usborne, however you say their name, distributor, you know, and stuff like that. So like I try to like shop where I can. Like I was going to try to do it for Madison, but the Usborne only has really up to middle grade books. Like they don't really have like young adult high school type books. So it didn't like work for Madison, but you know, so like that's just like one of the things like I try to do. But where was I going with this? Oh, so I know where I was going. So I'm like enjoying this, like even though it's slow and downtime, I'm enjoying like creating a new bag and hopefully adding that into my shop more. Like my pocket bags with the clear pocket on the front. Those I created one time, and I've just been like, I can't even keep them in I have a few up in my shop on Etsy now, but most times I sew them and I take them to a show, and those are what I sell out of. So like I can hardly make enough to keep them, you know, so I think like these quilted pockets might be the same. So
they're pretty. I like them.
But I like it. It's fun because I get to use all the fabrics that I love and use. And I have like a Rubbermaid tote, like a big one full of scraps that I can use.
Right.
Because I'm just saving them. And yeah, I'd like to think I could quilt a big old quilt, but that's not going to ever happen, ever. I mean, it might, but probably not. I mean, like, don't hold your breath. So, anyways, but that is what I've been sewing on. So.
I've sewed some more stuff, too.
Oh, did you? Cool.
Yes. So I've been wanting to make a tablet holder for myself.
Oh, those triangle ones?
Yeah, for a while. And then I was like, dude, I can make them for the kids because they're always sitting there holding them. And
right.
So I figured out the other day, Leah, she always has something wrong with her. Something is always hurting, like her side, her back, her hand, her arm, something. She's always like complaining about something hurting her. Well, this past week, it was her hand up in here. And I was like, well, did you hit it? Did you do something? She's like, no. And then I was like, I bet it's from you holding your tablet. And I'm like, what hand do you hold it from? She's like this. I'm like, just like sitting there and like holding it and watching stuff because they've been doing so much craftiness, DIY stuff. Like they've been going on YouTube. No. Every single person that's coming to Christmas is getting a personalized gift from Leah. She's been...
Well, Madison's doing the same thing. I'm not going to tell you what she's made, but she's making stuff for everyone.
Really
Bella
cute.
Chose to go to the Christmas store at the school instead of make stuff.
No, that's fine. It's really funny, too, because she's like, I want everyone to have their own gift, and they can't be the same. She won't make the same gift for anyone. Like, so it's not repeats. It's like, it's really kind of cool watching what she's been doing. Anyways, so I decided to try my hand out of it. So this is what I came up with. I sort of
I love it.
Followed a pattern.
I like that fabric.
Yeah, I do too. I got a bunch of fabric from Fauna like a year or two ago that she was just getting rid of. So yeah, this one I think will be for Chloe. I kind of fudged it. Like, I followed one pattern, but the dimensions of a different one. I should have made it a little shorter. Like, you cut out a rectangle and basically fold it in half, so it's like a skinnier one. And then you sew up the sides, and I put, like, a little bit of, what's the stiff stuff that you put in to make things hard?
Interfacing?
Yeah, a thicker thing there. And then I filled it with some rice and... polyfill, so they got some weight to it. It's like, half filled with the rice and stuff. and not. But anyways, I folded it over and did this. Like, it's not too pretty back here, because I didn't want it to be super long. Like, so I.
Yeah.
Anyways, I really don't care. It totally is gonna work. So that's Chloe's.
Do they know about it or no? This
no,
is secret.
I was doing them secret.
Okay.
This is for
Trubies.
Truman, but they're cows.
That's awesome.
But he likes green, so I was like, it's the kind of only non-girly green fabric I had.
And it's kind of farmery, so
yeah,
it's boyish.
It's cute. And then Gabe, I really didn't have much boy fabric, but he likes red, so it has stars on it. Oops, there's some fiber filled.
That's cool. No, that's like low key enough that it's not gonna bother him to be. Oh, Chloe.
And that's for Leah.
Oh, Leah.
Yeah, Chloe was the other ones.
Oh, Chloe was a giraffe.
Because she likes like the blues and stuff. But yeah, and Leah likes her animals. So yeah. I thought it was cute. And then I made one for myself because I had to. And this one is what I made. Anyways, so.
That's awesome.
So here's my tablet. So it sits like this.
Yeah. I need to do that for Andy.
Totally awesome. I like it too. So now, like, because I've been reading a lot, I can set it on my lap and read and knit at the same time. Because I can read and knit sometimes. But a lot of times you couldn't have it at the right angle. Like, you prop it up against something and it's a pain in the butt, you know, and it's always falling or whatever. So, like, just having it sit there is nice. Or, you know, the kids can put it like that to, like, watch something. So it's a little big. I probably could have made them a little smaller, but whatever. It works. They're cute. I was happy with them. Yeah, so that's all I've sewed so far.
That's awesome.
I also forgot to say I'm still working on some dishcloths for teachers, which
cool.
I need to count and see how many I have. Because basically next week I need to have them finished by so that we can give them out, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was really happy with how those turned out.
Yeah, those are nice. I might have to make some.
They're super easy.
For my kids.
I think the original square I cut out was 18 by 16, and I think I would do it 18 by, or I guess you could make it a little smaller, but 18 by like 13. I'd cut off like 3 inches maybe. Just in case you care.
I'll have to go look at
like, because I was looking, a lot of them were made for more like phones, and they were smaller, and I wanted it to make sure I could hold up my tablet and not
fall over.
But
I think that's a really good gift. You could have probably made those kind of smaller ones for teacher gifts, because what teacher doesn't have a phone? Yeah, or a tablet.
I still could, I guess. I have a bunch of fabric just sitting around. Oh, and a cool tip, I used a Wilton's icing bag, you know, those plastic things, to fill the rice in through the hole.
That is smart.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's a really... So you said you found the pattern on Pinterest.
I'll put in our show notes, I'll link the 2 different patterns that I've like followed one pattern and then like did the dimensions of another one, but I would make it smaller now. I don't know.
I think that works either way, because if they have like an iPad, which will be way bigger, then it would work.
Totally hold it up.
But I mean, or even if you have like, you could even prop a book up on that.
I was almost gonna say like Madison might like that because she sits there, but it's really cool because it holds it open. Let me grab a book real quick.
So I think that's a really good idea. So if you share the links, then we can put that on our show notes, and then other people can copy, mainly me. But yeah. So while you're trying that out, let's go on to gym. This is our last week of our challenge, and I have been failing super bad, and a lot of girls have not. They've been rocking this contest.
You guys
so I'm like so proud of everyone. So there's a check-in post that I tagged everyone to, and I asked you to add up points, and I'm just going to do like,
okay.
You know,
I haven't even gone on there. I'm sorry. I totally fail.
It's okay.
I've been like not wanting to go on there because I don't want to feel bad about myself. But
well,
I will.
Don't feel bad. Like even just trying it.
I've been so lazy.
But anyways, you did work out some, so that's good. So it's not like one person's gonna win everything. We're gonna have like different prizes go to different people. So, and I think we'll just do whoever has the most points gets to choose which prize they want first, and so on like that. Because there wasn't enough prizes for everyone, but there was quite a bit of prizes that people donated.
So that's where I want my coffee down.
So yeah, okay. But I think everyone's doing great. We'll probably pick this up again in the new year, not as a New Year's resolution because I refuse to do those, but just as a keep making working out a habit type of thing, because I know that I felt better those weeks that I was actually working out. I did feel better, and more alert. So I just need to get back into the swing of things.
Yes.
So next up is binging.
I think I didn't even fill in half the crap I was watching.
You can fill it in. I'll talk first then. Or I can fill it in as you talk. It doesn't matter.
You're good. No, just that we've been watching The Walking Dead. We haven't watched the last episode yet, though.
What?
So
I brought my okay thing even to show people.
We can't talk because I haven't even seen it. I'm sorry.
Okay, well then next time, which we'll see you next week and we can talk about it then. You have to have it watched before Christmas.
We're going to watch it tonight. We've just had so much crap going on.
Okay, so after you watch it, you need to text me and then we can talk.
I will.
Because, oh my goodness. Okay, so, binging. I finished the Break No Bones, which was like the 8th or 9th book in the Temperance Brennan series, which I love that series. Like, it goes off on science stuff, and some people don't like it, but I really enjoy that series. And even though it's not like the Bones TV show, I still really liked the books. And then I started this new book called A Natural History of Dragons.
Ooh.
And it's like written like a memoir of Lady Trent. And it's the only issue I have is because the time period is back like in the 1900s where women weren't allowed to do anything, like not even read, and they were just expected to be at home and prepare luncheon parties and stuff like that, you know, so like that bothers me. But the lady who wrote it, like, you know, went against all norms, and she read and all this stuff. And then, but anyway, so it's like a memoir of how she got married and all this stuff. So it's really cool. And like, basically, she's a dragon naturalist. And I mean, dragons are like living in this thing. So it's like really interesting, but it is written like a memoir. So it's kind of like, it's not like a story so much as like a recollection, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But it's still like, it tells a story. So it's kind of fun. I've been enjoying it. It's a whole series. I think there's 3 or 4 in the series. I'm not sure if I'll read through the whole series, but the first book, I've been enjoying it. So that's what I'm reading currently. And then I am kind of in a show hole on Netflix after the Gilmore Girls.
I've been doing the Christmas movie thing on Netflix.
Yeah, we've been watching Christmas movies, and I love that Netflix has all the cheesy Hallmark ones. And now that we have Amazon Prime, you get all of those cheesy ones too. But we've also been doing like the other Christmas movies that we have, which I'm kind of sick of because we've watched them like a million times. And I don't know. So like I'm more excited for this year's Christmas than I was last year. Yeah. So, but I'm still kind of like meh about Christmas, if that makes any sense.
Sure.
Which is totally nothing to do with Christmas or watching TV. So anyways, we're on binging. So I've been binging on True Blood. I'm on season 5 now. So I think through Amazon Prime I get through season 6, and then I'll just be waiting, I guess. But I'm enjoying it. I read the books, so a lot of it is different than the books. So that I had to like set that aside, you know, and I'm the only thing I'm sad about is in the books Sookie and Pam are friends, and in this series they're not really.
No.
Like Pam can't stand her basically, and you know, but I absolutely love, and you know, like Lafayette in the books died in the first book, so he's in the whole series, so I really like him, so I like his character a lot, and so I'm enjoying the differences, you know, so it's good. It's doing good, so
yeah,
I'm up 5.
I've been doing a lot of the Christmas movies on Netflix. Actually, it's funny, like, I'll, like, wash a bunch of laundry and then have a day where I watch, like, a Christmas movie or two and sit there and fold the whole entire time, because then I feel like I'm somewhat productive. But then I've been reading these books. It's a 3-part, a trilogy. There you go.
Yeah.
It's called, the first one's called The Bite, and it's about a werewolf, but it has, like, all the mythical creatures in it. But it's pretty good. Is
it a young adult book, or is it adult?
It's more adult. The main character's, like, late 20s, maybe 30. I forget.
Oh, okay, so that
it's not too teenage angsty or anything, but it's pretty cool. She's like a human, and she gets bitten, and like her entire life changes, and like in this one, like it's like a painful transition, and like not many people make it. Like if you're born a werewolf, you know, it's fine, but like not many people make it through the change, and it's really rare for girls to change, so it's cool.
That sounds like the Bitten series by Kelly Armstrong.
Show?
Yeah, but that is based on a book that I read like years ago that I really liked. The same thing. Difference.
Yeah, this one's really
which
crazy.
They changed for the show.
Crazy. Not crazy, but I mean, there's a lot of twists and turns in it. It's really kept my attention. I like it. So, like, I'm on the 3rd one. And, yeah.
Do you know who wrote it? I'm going to have to look this
up. It's on that Wattpad or whatever you want to call it. So, like, the 3rd one just got finished being written. I'll have to look up who the author actually is. But no, it's a better quality. Like, I could see these being actual books. Like, some of the crap on there is not good. But yeah. No, I enjoy it. It's cool. So yeah, so that's what I'm reading. And then movies we've been watching. Yeah, The Walking Dead we haven't started. Also, The Vikings has started. We haven't watched it. We have 3 episodes to watch through.
Oh, Andy and I started watching that. We watched the first episode of that, and I really liked it because we have Amazon Prime, so we can watch this stuff now.
The first season, you mean?
Yeah, the first season of the first episode ever, and I really liked it. And I think we might have watched the first 2 actually. So, you know, but I have to wait for him to watch it.
Right.
And then
didn't we make you watch like some?
We watched 1 or 2 with you guys, and I was telling him, I'm like, I would be interested in watching this from the beginning because I really liked what we saw, even though I had no idea what was going on.
No, it's just a cool show.
Because we had started watching Boardwalk Empire, but I told Andy, I'm like, that's TVMA, so there's going to be some nudity because it's from HBO, and I mean, I'm watching True Blood, and it's like all nudity, and well, not all of it, but. And I was just like, not that we're like adverse to nudity, but you know, sometimes, you know,
you don't want to shove it down your throat all the time,
right? So, but we watched the first episode of Boardwalk Empire, which is kind of cool. It's like gangsters, and it actually wasn't too much nudity. There was a little bit, but not too much. So that was kind of good because he had put Sopranos on his watch list, and he really liked it. But Andy started watching it again because he watched it like back when we first were married, like back when it was out.
Yeah.
And he was like, I forgot how much they're in that stupid bar. And he's like, I really just don't want to watch that. Like, I like the story, but I don't want to see the nudie stuff the nudie bar stuff. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, because that was the whole issue I had with him watching it when we were first married, but it was for like different problems that I had like emotionally, like, but and now I'm like okay with it because it's it's been like a long time. So yeah. I'm not like okay with it. Like I like that he was like, I just don't want to watch that anymore. So anyway, so he was just like, so when we were looking for like new stuff, so it's like Boardwalk Empire.
Where's that on?
Which it is on Amazon Prime. It's like I think it's Amazon Prime.
I haven't seen it.
No, I think it's HBO or Showtime, but it's on Amazon Prime.
Right.
But it's about like the 1940s, 30s. They're flappers. Well, that's 30s and 40s. 20s?
Isn't it flappers in the 20s?
I don't know. It's after
whatever
a war, so it has to be in the 30s.
It's after a war.
Because the one boy like fought in the Great War, so that's World War I, right?
Yeah.
So that's in the 30s, right? I don't know. Anyways, it's like on a boardwalk, obviously.
Really?
And there's like a mobster guy, and then they had like Al Capone come in, and he's like this like small driver guy. He's not even like Al Capone famous yet. It's kind of cool. So it's like, and that was just in the first episode. So I kind of enjoyed it. I think it's like the late 20s, early 30s. Well, when did World War I end?
I don't know.
I'm bad with dates, and all of you history buffs watching are probably screaming at the iTunes or YouTube, whatever you're watching this on. I apologize. I'm bad with dates, but I'm pretty sure that it's after World War I, but I could be totally wrong, and it could just be in the 20s. And I'm so bad with time. No, because World War II was in the
like
40s.
Yeah, or whenever.
Okay, so World War I was before that, right. Obviously. But I don't know the exact dates. But they're like flappery style dressing, and anyways, it's really good. The one girl from Miss Fanny's Murder Mysteries, which is like an Australian woman who like solves mysteries from the 20s. The one girl that's in that is in Boardwalk Empire, so it's kind of cool. Like, it's just, I'm sorry. Anyways, it was pretty interesting to watch. I enjoyed it, like, and then we started watching Man in the High Castle. Like, we watched just the first episode of that, which is totally cool. And that's an Amazon Prime exclusive.
Joe watched that. I didn't.
So we watched the first one of that, and it's like really cool. So I think we have a couple of shows to watch, but like watching it with someone, you can't like binge watch on it. I mean, I probably could and then pretend I just didn't, but I know when I'm not watching stuff and I'm reading books, like, or listening to audiobooks, I get more done. So
yeah.
Anyways.
You're here.
Yeah. Because I tried doing True Blood and sewing at the same time, and I found myself, like, staring at the computer more because I was like, oh my gosh! Because it's, like, that kind of show. Like, yeah. I can't believe that just happened.
I wonder if you could find something that you could do crafty-wise that you can, like, still watch it.
Well, I've
like
been
part
like
of your
knitting,
process,
obviously, which is why I have this sweater done so far. Yeah. I've been knitting, and then I have also made like some stitch markers because I have a club that's a bag and stitch markers, so I've been doing that. So I mean, I do have some stuff that I can do while watching, but yeah, so I know I'm more productive when I'm not watching because some of those are so interesting. You're just like, what? Mm-hmm. Anyways, at least I know I have been like, I can't believe they just said that, or I can't believe they just did that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Because where I'm like having an audiobook, I have I'm weird. I have the movie playing in my head, like what they're talking about. I can see it.
Normal.
So I can just like zone out and do that. So anyways, that was binging and basically randomness. So let's keep going with randomness.
I got my Jamberry order. I'm going to pull it up.
Oh, yeah.
I should have took a picture. I haven't. I got one of the sets. I forget what it was. Where you get 4 wraps. And the two
a Christmas gift set.
Glass
nail files. They're the best.
The words don't come.
It's okay.
But I was really excited about that. And Joe, I showed him. He's like, "Oh, I want one." He likes to file his nails. He's a weird guy.
No,
he files his nails more than I do.
Which those glass nail files are, well, it's nice because you don't have to like trim. The glass nail files are perfect. They like, you don't get rough edges on your nails at all.
I'm super excited to use them. I just took my nails off, so I'm going to do them. I need to pick. Anyways, so...
I use them for shaping, is what I was saying.
I got 4... Oh, then before you do it?
Yeah, so I shape, and then I file off with the black nail file still, and then I do at a 45-degree angle with the glass nail file, and it's...
Cool.
Perfect.
So I got this one, City Lights.
Oh, I like those. Yeah.
It's a lot more sparkly than I thought. Not that it's bad or anything.
Well, it's a luster, so it's a matte sparkle.
It's pretty. I like it. It reminds me of looking at like, Christmas tree, only if it had colors. Mine's just white.
Yeah.
Then I got this one, which is Color Rush, which I think they're fun.
Oh, yeah. That is fun.
And this one is Lavender Plaid.
Oh, yeah.
Which, is that luster?
Is it sparkly?
It is on certain colors.
Or it might
the
just be a metallic.
Is, I don't know. Whatever. It's still cool. And then I got this one, Champagne Frost, which I think I'm going to put on because it's...
Oh, yeah.
I have to look through and see if I have any more Christmassy type.
Do you have any of these ones?
No.
The Santa-y ones? That would go good with that Christmas. Or a blue one?
I don't. I think I might have, like, the green striped ones. Like the peppermint something. I forget what
Peppermint patty, yeah.
And then I got these because of however much I ordered.
Oh, because of Black Friday, yeah.
Yeah, or whenever I order it. So that was a free wrap, which
That's
is cool.
pretty.
Yeah.
That's a sparkly one, too.
That's cool. Actually, I thought it was all one color, but now looking at it, it's like pink and purple.
Yeah.
Depending on where you look at it. That's cool. And then I also ordered, another, the matte, oh shoot, stupid computer froze. Anyways, I'll just tell you. The matte top coat for the gel.
Love it.
Enamel for the True Shine because I have, the regular one that's all shiny or whatever and it's fine. But sometimes when you have matte nails or jamberries, you want them to stay matte, but I still want to put the True Shine on. So yeah, so that's why I got that. And then I ordered a color coat, which I got, what is this called? Intergalactal Blue. So it reminded me of the TARDIS, but it's sparkly.
Yeah.
And it's for True Shine. Excuse me. So it's not a lacquer, it's a True Shine thing. But I'm excited to use that one too.
That was exclusive for Black Friday. They had some left over, but I think they're sold out of it now.
Oh, here we
go.
But
I love the matte top coat. I don't know if you can see this, but I put on Christmas Manny, but normally it's glossy, but I love matte, so I just put the matte top coat over it, so it would be matte.
I'm excited.
And I love it.
To use
It's
that.
fun.
So then, I forget if it was the day that I ordered or whatnot, but I got a bracelet with it. I think I did it on Monday.
Yeah. No, that was Friday. Monday. Oh, yeah, no.
No, it was
Monday.
you guys were driving home.
Yeah, it was Monday.
Anyways, it's pretty. I don't know if I'll.
Yeah, that's cool.
But it's sparkly. I'll wear it like out or something. I don't know what it reminds me of, but it's pretty. Yeah.
It's
and
pretty.
then it came with a bag, which I probably won't use, but that's okay.
But you could use it as a, if you're giving a gift to someone, just put it in there.
Yeah. But yeah, so that came with it. But no, I'm excited. New wraps are always fun. I'm really excited about that matte top coat. Yeah, let me see if I have anything else I was going to talk about.
I could talk real quick while you're looking. So if you see back behind me over here,
Oh, your soap.
I have soap. I made soap for Christmas presents normally you give presents to the teachers and like the secretary and stuff. But Andy being the administrator / principal, there's all of those teachers. So I was like trying to find something that's not going to break the bank and that I'm not going to knit my hands raw. Anyways, so I just made soap because I had all the ingredients and it's kind of fun to make soap. So I made, if you look back up, I made that first batch back there. Then I made this batch and I have a batch over here. My sewing room smells amazing. So everyone's getting soap for Christmas. The teachers will get some. You will get some. Dad and Mary will get some. So it'll be a good Christmas and smell good. But yeah, so I made soap. And did I tell you last week about the Sunshine Committee?
Yeah.
Okay.
How then never mind. A collector?
Yes.
That's cool.
I'm like in charge of it.
Okay, so
sorting is open. Did you know that? Go sort.
I think I saw it. I didn't sort yet. I need to sort. Okay. So Dad got married and moved out. So like we're alone in this house now. We haven't rearranged rooms or anything, but I decided that I want to paint rooms.
Oh.
So first we're gonna paint
then you're
the
gonna
master room, which has a bathroom, which I just realized, like, we get to move into there and I get to have, like, my makeup and hair stuff have a bathroom of its own. Like, usually it's just, like, sitting on shelves and stuff in my room, and it's all cluttery and stuff, so I'm excited about that. Anyways, but first we want to paint, but we figure that's not going to happen before Christmas, when everyone comes, obviously, because that's, like, in a week.
Right.
But, like, we'll do that and, like, keep going after we move out of our room, then I'll paint our room and so
that's
on
cool.
and so forth. Just to get everything a fresh whatever.
Oh.
But so I've been wanting to redo the laundry room. Well, a lot of things in the house. But the laundry room, first of all, because I don't use it. Like, we wash our clothes in there, but I bring the baskets out and I fold clothes out in the living room because it's just crammed in there. So I looked up, have you guys seen Anna White and all her cool things that she makes?
Yes, I have.
Yes. Well, so this isn't it, but she makes these everything out of wood. She's like totally awesome, and you have these plans online.
I followed her when she was calling it knocked off wood, and then she changed it to Anna White.
Okay. Anyway, so that
was years ago. We're
building little shelves. And then they're going to have brackets, and you can slide your laundry baskets inside of there.
Awesome.
So I took it out onto the porch, and I sanded it all by myself. Felt really cool.
Aren't you fancy?
And so we primed it. I have to paint it later, probably today. But anyway, so there's 2 of them, so 6 baskets, and we're going to put them in the laundry room.
Like instead of where the stuff is hanging?
Yeah, we're going to, actually, I want to take everything out of there, like the shelves, everything, and, I want to paint it and redo it, but I don't think I'll get to do that this week because I have to finish up Christmas stuff. So right now, I'm just going to finish those shelves, and we'll put them in so we can put laundry baskets in there. So, I'll have the kids
that'll be so much easier.
Their laundry down there right away, every night. And then when there's a full basket, I can do it and, fold and set stuff on top of those 2 things. And they can come and put their clothes away. Instead of, things live in laundry baskets and, I have to tell them to put their clothes away. It's just, such a pain.
I saw a laundry thing. I don't know if it was on Anna White, but they made, a skinny one for, drying sweater. And they put, mesh over a frame. And basically the frame went in, and it was just a skinny part, that separated the baskets.
Okay.
And then you would put the sweater on and then push it in, and it would dry the sweater.
Huh. That's cool.
It was really cool. But anyways, go on. Keep going.
No, so I want to make it more functional.
Right.
So we're starting there. I also have looked at stuff, and I want to paint, rooms in the house, too. But we're going to take it, one tiny step at a time. So laundry room is first. The next plan I have is to do the front hall closet. and I'm going to take the doors off because those things suck. They're like rolly and they're always stuck and they don't work well. And it's chock full of stuff that we don't use half the time. But I've looked on Pinterest and like you kind of make it into like a mudroom type of thing. So I'm going to take the doors off. We're going to put like a bench seat in there and then have
like with shoe parts underneath the bench.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have baskets under there that the kids can put their, like, I still have baskets in there, but like it's just
I know what you mean.
You know. So I'm gonna make it look a little nicer, and then like repaint it because like it's all scuffed up, and then put a bunch more hooks up and stuff so that they can hang their backpacks and coats and stuff in there. I think it'll look a lot nicer. So yeah, so those are the first two things I'm gonna do. But yeah, it's all a lot. I have a lot of ideas running through my head, and like I feel like there's so much stuff to do, but I need to like focus in on one tiny little thing at a time.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, when we moved in there, most of us were older, so the laundry room was different. Mom needed it differently, and I think she like folded stuff in there. So
she did. Well, which is I want to do. So like, you know, I think, though, if I redo it and make it so I can use the space better, I'll be able to, and I'll do laundry better. Hopefully, we'll see. But yeah, so that's the goal. I'm excited to make
that's awesome.
Some smaller changes. But yeah,
and sometimes just painting changes a big deal.
It does. Actually, I want to go around and paint all the trim in the house white. I think that's
what is the trim now?
It's wood, like dark.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I
guess I never really paid attention to the trim. I see it right back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I've pinned some things on Pinterest. This one lady, she redid her house, is like probably the same age as this, but like did all her trim and like the doors like up in the bedrooms and stuff white instead of the dark brown. And it is crazy, the transformation that alone makes.
Yeah.
So, and it's cheap. Like, it's something, you know, we can afford, like, a bucket or two of paint and some time. So that'll be my project.
And if you time it right, like Sherwin-Williams or different places will have the, like, buy one, get one half off or buy one, get one free.
Mm-hmm. So that's going to be my project after Christmas and stuff. You know, doing little things. I'm going to start the trim in the laundry room. Like, I want to paint all the cupboards in there they're all brown. I'm going to paint those white. And Joe took off the doors for me. And I'm going to make curtains in front of it.
Well, you might not even need curtains.
Well, yeah, I'll see how it looks, if it looks junky or whatever. But just have open things. Because we always have those doors open anyways. And it's, like, such a pain half the time. So to have open shelves in there. But yeah.
Yeah, that works. That's awesome. I wish I had a laundry room. I just have a basement.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, too. Like, I always wished I had a laundry room, and now we do, but I barely use it. Like, I wash clothes up there, but I don't do anything. You know, like, it's stupid. I'm like, this should be functional. I feel stupid that we don't use it. We need to make it usable.
Right.
So, yeah. So I'm excited about that. That's about it.
So I have a story. It's really funny.
Okay.
So Andy, he has a secretary. Well, she's a secretary for the school, but he works with, you know, so he works with her all the time. Yeah. Her name's Mrs. J, or Mrs. Johnson. But he knew her sons. Like, he went to school with them. One, I think, is his age, and the other one's a couple of years younger. So anyways, one of her sons found this coffee shop, not shop, but place to buy coffee. It's called Coffee for Good or something for good. Basically, it's like a fair trade coffee thing. Like, the money goes straight to the coffee people, harvesters. It goes straight to the people who grow it, farmers. And it's like, you know, coffee. So he was like telling me about this Coffee for Good. So I looked it up, and they're reasonably priced, and the only thing is I'm kind of a coffee snob, if that makes sense. Like, I really don't like Folgers or Maxwell House. Like, I'll drink it, but it gives me crazy heartburn, and I don't like it. And I kind of like the better coffee. Yes. Anyways, so he's like, yeah, I guess Mrs. J's son is a big coffee snob, and so he was like, yeah, this coffee is great. And then he comes home with this bag of coffee. So he's like, Mrs. J gave us some to try. And I was like, okay. So I made some, and it was like sitting on the counter, and I made like a cup. And then for like a whole week, I was like, maybe I'm not a coffee snob, because this is the worst coffee ever. Like, I don't like it. It's bad. And I like told him, I was just like, I don't know, maybe I'm not enough of a coffee snob, but this is not good coffee. Like, I don't like it. It's just gross. And I asked him, I'm like, why aren't you using this coffee? Why are you using, because I bought the Starbucks Holiday Blend, which is like the best blend. You wait for it like all year, which I need to buy some more before they're done. The Christmas blend coffee. Anyways, because he was using my Christmas blend to make his pots of coffee every day. And I was like, why are you using this and not using this coffee that your secretary gave you to try? And he was like, oh, I just want to use this one up. And I'm like, that's mine. You know, like, I was mad because, anyway, so I'm like sitting there thinking like my coffee morals are bad or whatever. Like, I can't. I'm like, maybe I'm not that much of a coffee snob. Maybe I just like wrong coffee or something if it's supposed to be great coffee. So then I asked him, I was like, well, why aren't you using it? And he's like, oh, because it's decaf. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You fed me decaf coffee? I'm like, that's horrible. That's like the wrong thing. Because, you know, like you ever see those memes where they're like, if someone says they like decaf coffee, don't trust them and walk away or something like that. I totally agree, because it's just gross. Like, it's just gross. And so he's like, yeah, it's decaf. I'm like, I can't believe you gave me decaf coffee and let me think it was real coffee. I went like a whole day thinking something was wrong with me because I was drinking this crappy coffee and I didn't like it and I was very tired. I was like, I'm having like a coffee crisis here, and you're like, not. He was like, whatever, I wanted an honest opinion. I'm like, you can't feed me decaf coffee. I'm like, that's just wrong.
So are you going to try the regular stuff?
I don't know, maybe. Because, you know, like, you can't judge
I think you need to see if it's good or not.
Decaf coffee.
Right. Decaf is stupid. It's pointless.
It is. It's so dumb. And, like, I went to a Christmas tea the other day, and she was like... It was tea, so I wasn't expecting to have coffee there. So I prepared myself to drink tea, which I don't mind tea.
You have to like mentally prepare.
I did. Tea. I was like, well, I'll try it. Like, I'm not a big tea person, but she had made this like blended fog tea, which was like creamy tea, which I actually really liked. And then she had some other ones. Like, I tried a bunch. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, and I have coffee made, but it's half decaf. I was like, oh, I'm not even touching it. Like, there's no point. No point.
I can see having the option of it, like, because I know some people can't take the caffeine. Well, I know,
like, Andy, Mrs. J, they can't drink they can't drink caffeine. Like, her husband can't have caffeine. Yeah,
so
they
I
have
get
to
that, but, like...
But it tastes so gross. What's the point?
Don't give it to regular people who can drink regular coffee.
I know. I was so upset. He was like, whatever. He was, like, all mad at me. And he's, like, going, there's one male teacher at the school. And so they're, like... they've like bonded and they're like friends. And for Christmas, he bought him a ticket to his friend, brought him a ticket to Rogue One tonight. Okay. So they're going after school, and I was like, oh, well, maybe if I didn't realize that. Tonight is the premiere. So they're going after school to stand in line so they get good seats.
That's cool.
Yes. So I mentioned to Andy, I'm like, oh, if you guys are going, I was kind of annoyed because I like Star Wars. I've watched it as much as he's watched it. Mm-hmm. He has maybe a year on me because he's a year older than me. But I was just like kind of annoyed that he's going, like, I get that it was a Christmas present, but I was kind of like, well, that kind of sucks that you didn't like say, I don't know. Anyways, so I was like, well, maybe I'll see if I sell a couple of extra bags. I'll take the girls to go see it. Mm-hmm. And Andy was like, why are you making such a big deal about this? This is a Christmas gift. And I'm like, I'm not making a big deal. I just want to see the movie, and why should you get to go and not us? Like, seriously, just because it's a Christmas gift doesn't mean that we can't go.
Yeah.
So he got all moody about that, and I was like, whatever. So we're not going. We're going to the Dollar Tree so Bella can finish her Christmas, because she could only put 10 people on her list, and we ran out of space. So I was just like, whatever. It's been like a crazy, weird Decaf Star Wars week. I was just like, whatever.
That's funny. I wanted to take the kids to see Fantastic Beasts, but they had their Christmas, or the older two had their Christmas band concert on Tuesday. Oh, yeah. I was going to go on Tuesday because the movies are only $5 that day, and if I'm taking the kids, I'm not paying more than that. To take them off. So I was mad that their Christmas concert was on Tuesday because I totally really wanted to go. So maybe we'll go this next Tuesday.
Madison's is on, or not Madison's, hers is on Friday, so we have to do that.
That's cool. And then I think the other kids are next week too, but during the day, so that doesn't.
Yeah, no. So anyway, so that's been my crazy week. Like, on top of like Christmas crafting and all kinds of stuff, it's been a little crazy.
I know.
Like, I don't send out family Christmas cards, but for Jamboree, I sent out Christmas cards to all my hosts as a thank you, like just to say thanks for hosting and send a Christmas card.
Yeah.
So I finally finished writing all of those and sent them out. Well, I'll send them out tomorrow because the mail already went today. But
that's cool.
Yeah, it's been crazy. Like, I went to the Christmas tea, and that was like nice because like I don't normally cook for myself. Like, I'll make like a sandwich or whatever, or I don't like cook like that. Like, so like when you get like a bunch of ladies together and they each bring something, we had like such good food, like this chicken salad and like this really good 7-layer salad, but it had a ton of bacon on it. It was so good. And then, you know, like I was like, this is great. Like, I don't normally eat like this, except for I made hummus and I took it and everyone was like, this is really, really good hummus. I'm like, it's because I made it and I didn't buy the store-bought kind, because I feel like the store-bought kind just tastes funky.
It does.
So once I started making it, I just love it. So, yeah. So that's probably what I'll eat today is hummus.
That sounds fun. I need to make some. I haven't made hummus in a while. Cool. I think we're done chatting, though. What did I...
Yeah, we're totally just talking.
Let me look at my thing real quick.
So, I do wanted to say, Andy wants to bring his PlayStation 4 for Christmas. And I was like, well, did Dad take his TV from his room?
No. But we moved the TV upstairs. And the one that was up here, we moved downstairs, and it has the old Xbox on it. The Xbox One is up here.
Well, so, he has a PlayStation 4, and he wants... What were we talking about?
You were just saying how he wants to bring his PlayStation.
Okay.
Which is fine. I hit record.
Oh, okay. So I told him, I'm like, well, there's a TV up in Dad's room. Maybe you could hook it up there. So... He might bring it, he might not, because he's expecting to get this game for Christmas.
Is he getting
and he wants to play it. I did not order one. He's expecting to get it, like, I don't know. I don't know how he's expecting to get it.
That's funny.
Maybe if he has some extra money or something.
Okay. No, that's fine. I mean, I was going to say there's an extra TV downstairs.
Okay.
But also upstairs, I guess. I don't know how... I really don't know what we're doing.
I don't know either. So anyways, I was just giving you a heads up, and I told him, I'm like, well, I'll tell Jessica and see what she says, because
I don't care.
I'm like, I know they moved the good TV up, and if you want to use the good TV, you'd have to like only play when the kids are in bed. So, because remember like years ago, like they would get all their games and they would go into the basement and we wouldn't see them the whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is funny. So I don't care. Maybe you guys can be in that room too. I mean, because unless, I don't know, Dad's, I really don't know what's going on yet. Anyways, craziness.
That's fine. We have a week. We're good. So we're just talking and rambling so we can let you guys go. And we hope you have a wonderful Christmas, if that's what you celebrate. And we'll probably see you in the new year.
Okay. Goodbye.
Bye.